There's no doubt about it. All right, so RBC's come out and they're taking a look and forecasting what they think is going to happen with home prices here, Matt. And I always take these with a grain of salt, especially from the banks. And I think it was you that brought this up one time. Is you got to remember the banks have ulterior motives as well sometimes, especially when you're looking at which banks are holding the most amount of mortgages that are coming for a renewal. And we know they've been wrong in the past, but I just say that as a grain of salt. It has nothing to do with the outcome of this report. But we do still see that kind of softening there. So talk to me a little bit about the RBC report.
Yeah, I think they've factored in the fact that okay, we've got 60% of all refinancing going to happen over the next year and a half, starting basically from now. So they think that potentially is going to weigh a little bit on the price side. I think the most important chart is the bottom right one, which shows just how much demand was pulled forward during the pandemic. That was quite a beat for the amount of homes that RBC thought that was going to be sold during that period of time. And then if you look where we are now, we're kind of just below that line, not as much as the flip side to where the sales were. So a lot of demand has been pulled back. And so I think we will at some point in 2026 start to see a reversal to where we're matching the forecasted trend for sales on properties. Just because we're kind of feeding back on what's already happened during COVID. So I do see that to start to strengthen. And I do see the price starting to strengthen back up come 2026. But there's a lot of factors. And one of them mainly is how many rate cuts do we potentially get and what the effective tariffs are going to be.
Yeah. And I think that's important to note when you take a look at this chart and you see, just like you were saying there, Matt, the amount of demand that came, let me go back there, that came forward. And you're like, well, where did all the buyers go? Well, they've already bought. A lot more people bought than we're expecting to buy in traditional years. And we see that even on the Toronto Real Estate Board's reporting, just in our sales volume, the 122,000 units that we hit in 2021. You see that demand pull forward when we're usually like averaging over 10 years. I want to say it's like 92,000 when you roll that out. So yeah, a lot of that demand did get pulled forward and we're just kind of balancing it out now. I love these years. I like getting back to trend lines. I like the market when it's steady and stable. It's my favorite market to work in. I think it's the best time to be helping families. There's opportunities in these markets, depending on what side you're on. But nonetheless, I think that getting back to this line is in the cards. We just have to wait for this adjustment to kind of pan out.